Julius Caesar, the emperor who needed to be loved. What wounds shape a leader long before the world knows his name? Before the emperor, before the marble busts, there was a boy in the Subura, a crowded Roman quarter where ambition slept in straw. Julius was born into a patrician family that had lost its shine. His father's legacy was a name without power. His mother's was affection wrapped in expectation. Love came with conditions. Loyalty came with performance. The child who wanted warmth learned that admiration was safer. Who taught Caesar that survival meant performance, not honesty? Caesar learned early that power listened best when dressed as humility. His uncle by marriage, Gaius Marius, taught him that politics was theater with blood instead of applause. Caesar watched, learned, and smiled through fear. Attachment theory would call it adaptive avoidance, love as strategy, affection as diplomacy. To be safe, he performed connection rather than experienced it. What happens when the heart becomes a battlefield between love and survival? Cornelia, his first wife, was a test of loyalty to both heart and heritage. Sulla, the dictator, demanded he divorce her for political safety. Caesar refused. Choosing love over life, his first rebellion was not against Rome, but against emotional control. When Sulla relented, Caesar's defiance became legend. Psychologists might say, attachment reasserting itself, the child reclaiming autonomy over affection. Why did Caesar speak to hearts before he spoke to minds? As he rose, Caesar became a master of persuasion, not through logic, but through emotional literacy. His speeches touched the heart before the head. He understood the hunger for recognition, the same hunger he carried since childhood. Attachment, weaponized. When he addressed soldiers, he didn't order, he empathized. When he spoke to citizens, he didn't command, he connected. In an empire of fear, affection became his currency. What happens when two wounded rulers see themselves in each other? Then came Cleopatra, a mirror with eyeliner. She was intellect, charisma, and danger wrapped in silk. Together they formed an alliance, equal parts passion and politics. Yet beneath the romance lay something more vulnerable. A man seeking validation, a woman mastering affection as art. Their union was not about empire. It was about filling the emotional vacancies of their crowns. How does a man surrounded by power become emotionally untouchable? By the time he crossed the Rubicon, Caesar had replaced intimacy with influence. He was surrounded, yet profoundly alone. Brutus called him friend, the Senate called him king, but Caesar called no one safe. In attachment terms, the circle had closed, avoidant detachment disguised as destiny. He trusted logic, not loyalty, and walked into the Ides of March as a man too famous to be known. How can a man conquer nations, yet lose the war within himself? Julius Caesar, the man who conquered the known world, could not conquer the unknown within himself. He craved loyalty, yet feared dependence, loved affection but mistrusted intimacy. His genius for connection masked a terror of vulnerability, a textbook case of anxious avoidant attachment. History remembers his conquests. Psychology remembers his contradictions. What if history's greatest stories are really stories of the heart? Find out more by reading the book at historyunattached.com.